Alright everyone, today we are going to talk about the difference between Chandler versus Buckeye market. Specifically, we are going to look at the two characteristic of the two cities, the supply and the demand, to compare which market is performing better. All right, let's welcome everyone to my market update channel. This is the series of webinar that I am talking about the market updates specifically for the Arizona market. And today episode, one more time, we are going to look at the active listing, the number of supplies on the market, versus the demand, the under contract, the demand of the buyer on the market right now. The reason being is that understanding the active listing, the supply versus the under contract, the demand, give you the understanding how the price actually moving. Most of the time, the people only think about the price gonna be directly related by the demand. Well, that's only half truth, because not only just the demand but also the supply is also a contributing factor to the equation. All right, so let's dive right into the information right here. All right, so overall in front of you right now is the overall active listing. This is the number of supply on the market right now, the active listing, the active available houses for sale on the market right now. As of today, it is 16,227. We're not discussing about the trend in today's video, because we have been discussing too much about the trend already for the last couple of videos. If you are interested in that, feel free to take a look at other videos that I have. Okay, but the main thing, the other thing that I'm going to talk about is a report to you is, as of right now, the demand is about 8,344. Some of you may ask, Long, why? How do you know the demand on the market, right? We are basing on the under contract listing. All right. If a buyer is interested in the market right now and they're willing to make an offer, that show a demand for housing on the market. And as of today, on average for the entire, well, not on the average, as of today, the number reported to us is 8,334 under contract listing on MLS. Okay, so that means we are about half of the total supplies available on the market, which show that there's still a lot of supplies for sale on the market right now, right? So this is not new, by the way. If you have been watching my videos, I have been reporting the same numbers for the last couple of weeks already. This is not new. The thing that I want to talk to you is that keep in mind that this number right here is for the entire Phoenix Maricopa County. Okay, so it's a very, very big area, and I don't want to like showing you this number and say, oh wow, Phoenix market is completely trash, right? No one buying and still a lot of supply on the market. Well, that is only half true, because when we are looking at the cities level, much smaller level, we're gonna see a lot of cities is actually performing better than other cities. Okay, for example, if you're looking at the active listing on market for the Chandler area, okay, if you can see that the line right here, the purple line right here, showing at 376. Okay, now not to mention, if you're looking at we already see the difference here. Why? If you look at the overall active listing, the overall supply of the housings in Maricopa County, Phoenix market, is way above other years before, right? But if you're looking at a city right now, for city of Chandler is not the highest point. The highest point is actually in 2020. Okay, in 2020, when there is actually a COVID, then there's an increase of supply on the market back then. But since then, it has been dropped. Okay, it has been dropped, and even though the purple line is the most recent year, it's still nowhere reached the highest level in Chandler, Arizona. Okay, now if you're looking at the demand, you're gonna see that the number of the demand is actually 306 right here, and that means it's almost the same as the number of supply in Chandler area, which show that this is a significantly better market for the seller, for the homeowner, right? Because out of 376 available on the market, there are already 306 people that the demand already there, 306, right? So that you're gonna have a lot of potential buyer in the Chandler area. That explains the reason why the appreciation in Chandler area has been increasing. Okay, now one more time to emphasize, when I say this, it doesn't mean that every single area in Chandler area, in city of Chandler, gonna have the same situation, right? Because if you go even more detail, as a neighborhood level, you're gonna see the difference as well. Some city for sure is gonna have much more demand, and some is gonna have a very little demand. The one that I wanna share with you is that this is actually the good time as an investor buyer to look at the Chandler area and to see which one is the best neighborhood for you to invest in. Because as of right now, there's a lot of chance for the Chandler area to have a good appreciation for the next couple of years, right? They already have increased home value right now, but it's going to be even better because when you compare to the overall Phoenix market, this is a much better, much healthier situation. Okay. In contradictory, if you're looking at the Buckeye, the active listing on market in Buckeye, you're going to see that the active number of listing is 669. This is another time, another peak compared to other years previously. Okay, so while it is not at nowhere near the 16,000, okay, but it's still the highest active listing on the market right now in Buckeye. If you look at the under contract, you're going to see a much more smaller number at 344, and that's again another half of the supply on the market right now. So out of all the 300 people buying a house, there are actually at least 2 houses so that one person can take a look at that. Okay, knowing that they are completely different houses criteria. Okay, so that's a huge difference in Buckeye. And in fact, for investor buyer, I would say if you are looking for something that you don't have to do a lot of negotiation, all right, you want an easy route to get the house while still maintain the good deal, definitely the Buckeye is the area that you want to focus on. But if you want an area that is more centralized and you're willing to negotiate for the price regardless of the asking, right? You're still gonna be able to see some area in the city, in the city of Chandler, gonna have a much less demand, and therefore you take advantage of that. So that you can acquire the property in a good appreciation value due to the high demand in this area right here, right? Some of the area, for example, we are talking about a downtown Chandler, or maybe the area around 101, which has the older neighborhood in that area, okay? So for the investor seller, right now is the time that you should sit down and then talk with your real estate agent to start realizing what is the market looks like in your cities. Okay, because depend on the property, you may be selling multiple properties at this time because you are the investor, right? But you keep that in mind. At the high level, if you say Phoenix has a lot of supply on the market, right, and then half of that and the demand is equal to half, right? You feel not it's gonna make you like, if you just assume that way and you don't want to sell, or you want to like overprice because you think that there's still a lot of supply, you're gonna be wrong. So sit down with your agents and find out exactly what the condition of the market, exactly what the active listing available in the area, and exactly the price that you should put on the market for. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for today. I am so excited to talk to you anytime. So if you do have any question, regarding the information that I shared today, or any other questions really, just let me know and I will send it to you via text or email or Facebook comment. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.